Best ideas for how we can improve our community don't usually come from the people you elect. They come from you. And last year, and Kim Martin's here right here, last year I was attending an event for Grades of Green. Do most of you know what Grades of Green is? Okay, so Grades of Green is obviously working with young people, with students, to try to educate all of us on how important it is to improve our environment. And Kim Martin introduced me to one of the participants in Grades of Green, a young man named Antonio Valdez Jorgensen, who was working on, this is about a year ago right now, was working on this idea of no idle zones near schools in California. And I hadn't heard anything about that before. And he, as we've got the whole Go Green committee here, Antonio was very passionate about this issue, and he spent some time telling me about his project. And I thought it was a great idea. But it was in April or May, right, Kim? It was too late in the year for me to give a new idea to the legislature in Sacramento. So I told Antonio that we were going to study it, and if we thought we could make some progress with it, we would introduce this as a potential law in Sacramento this year, in 2016. So we continue to do our work, and we talked to Antonio some more, and in January of 2016, we introduced ACR 160, and the goal of ACR 160 is to encourage Californians and schools all over California to post no idling signs and to try to discourage idling at schools where kids are being picked up. Because you know the difference, of course, between the morning and the afternoon, right? In the morning, you know, if you come to school in a car, you know, your parents or your care provider drops you off and they drive away, right? They're done. But in the afternoon, your parents are waiting. They don't know exactly when you're going to get to the car. It could be 2 minutes or it could be 10 minutes. And so there's a lot of cars waiting to pick your kids up at the end of every day of school. And so particularly in the afternoons, we really want to encourage the drivers to turn off their cars while they're waiting for you, so that we don't have the pollution coming into the air, and we're not burning gas, we're not emitting carbon into the air either. So the point of ACR 160 is to make sure that Californians are not wasting gas, not burning carbon, and not polluting near schools while you kids are getting out of school at the end of the day. That's the goal. But we heard about that from Antonio, and we introduced it in the legislature earlier this year. And as was said just a few minutes ago, we think we're going to get it out of the Assembly on June 23rd, just 3 weeks from now. We're going to have a vote, and all 80 Assembly members from around the state are going to have the chance to vote for this or against this.